catch the leader to capture the thief. Lin Yu didn't respond. Instead, he glanced at the survivors and, with a hint of dissatisfaction, said, "Each person gets 19 Dao. The game is over. Please come forward one by one to collect your Dao." Glasses looked at Zhang Xiang's wounds and broke out in a cold sweat. "Zhang Xiang, are you really okay?" "I'm fine." Zhang Xiang smiled and patted Glasses' head. "How did things go on your side? I see both you and old Lu are still looking pretty lively." Glasses suddenly exclaimed. "Zhang Xiang, speaking of old Lu, I have something to discuss with you." Old Lu anxiously squeezed in front of Zhang Xiang and gestured frantically. "Yes, yes, you must back me up here." "Back you up? What happened?" Seeing them whispering together, TXIA's face darkened. He turned around and asked Lin Tian, "What exactly happened over there?" Pen Kan took a deep breath and said, "Honestly, I thought we were done for." "That's right," Zhang Yan added softly. "When the black bear came out, Lin Kan and I were so scared we couldn't even stand." Tiao Jin asked. Then, Lin Tian blinked. Deep in thought. "I only remember that man named Zhang shouted, 'Get out of the way,' and then lifted up an iron plate and charged at the black bear alone." "What?" Kai Zhang Tiao Jin exclaimed simultaneously. "We didn't dare look up." Lin Tian continued. "It was brutal. That man used the iron plate to pin down the black bear, holding it down and kept smashing its head. The whole place was covered in blood. He's like a real Terminator." Tiao Jin muttered through clenched teeth. "That big guy is terrifying." He seemed to know the black bear's weakness. Even before the game ended, the bear was already unrecognizable, its nose was broken, and it lost a lot of its teeth. Lin Tian said. Jiang Yan added. But Zhang Shan didn't come out unscathed. The bear made a desperate counterattack, flipped over the iron plate, and kept clawing at him, tearing him up all over. Luckily, it collapsed in less than a minute. The rest of us survived. Hearing this, Tijia frowned. No wonder Tian Yang and Lin Tian thought they couldn't survive the game on their own. It turned out that no one in their room used the same strategy as him. Instead, someone used that heavy iron plate as a weapon and fought the bear head-on. In that case, why didn't you come up sooner? Tiao Jin asked. The game ended 3 or 4 minutes ago, and we were about to prepare a eulogy for you too. That's the scarier part. Lin Tian pursed her lips and lowered her head. After killing the bear, that man suddenly said, "It's been days since I've eaten, bear paws are a delicacy," and then ordered us to use the iron plate to cut off the bear's forearms. "So those 2 bear arms," Tiao Jin started, but his words trailed off as he noticed Zhang Shan, Glasses, and old Blue walking directly toward them. Each of the 3 had a small cloth pouch tied to their waist, indicating that they had already collected their Dao. The towering man in the lead wore a cold expression, his eyes fixed on Tijia, exuding a sense of hostility. Tiao Jin suddenly remembered the deal between Tijia and Glasses, realizing that the situation might turn ugly. "What should we do? Kunmin?" "The Matthew effect," Tijia muttered softly. "For whoever has more will be given. They will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them." "What does that mean?" Tijia didn't respond. Instead, he lowered his gaze and inconspicuously assessed the environment. He dragged a chair in front of him to ensure some distance from his approaching opponents. 3 chairs were around him. He scrutinized one closely and noticed that its leg was nearly broken, making it an ideal weapon. The Minator was still 10 paces away and couldn't intervene immediately. Tijia knew that if he wanted to take Zhang Shan down, now was the best chance. "No big deal." Tijia cast a cold glance at Zhang Shan. "He may be able to kill a bear, but unfortunately, I'm not a bear." "What are you planning to do?" Lin Kan asked nervously. Tiao Jin also stared at the 3 approaching men, flexing his neck slightly, readying himself for a confrontation. The atmosphere turned tense, thick with the scent of conflict. If this big guy was really here to back up the others, a fierce fight was inevitable. Zhang Xiang stopped in front of Tijia. eyeing him thoughtfully. He all looked up and stared back at the 1.9-meter tall man. I heard you had some kind of conflict with my friend, Zhang Shang said flatly. That's right, Tijo replied. He bought his life from me with Dao. Who do you think you are? Zhang Shang raised his pinky and casually picked his ear. Buying his life from you, are you the king of hell? I can be. Tijo took a step forward, closing the gap between him and the chair. I can save lives, and I can take them. Zhang Shang frowned. What's with your attitude? Can't you speak properly? Whether I speak properly depends on whether you're going to give me the Dao. You're really getting on my nerves. The burly man grumbled. What if I don't give it? What will you do? Glasses froze, hurriedly whispering. Xiang, what's going on? This isn't what we agreed on. Don't worry. Xiang muttered back. I've got my own plan. If you don't give it, I'll take it myself. What? You've had enough of living. Before Xiang could react, Tijia kicked the chair at his feet, slamming it into Zhang Shan's knee. Xiang winced in pain, stumbling back to steps. Taking advantage of the moment, Tijia lunged forward, grabbed the chair off the ground, and held onto its leg. He knew Zhang Shan was already wounded, making this the perfect opportunity to take him down. Of the 36 stratagems, catch the leader to capture the thieves, Kaija thought to himself as he swung the chair. Zhang Shan sensed danger and instinctively ducked, raising his arms to shield his head. The next second, the chair shattered against his forearm with a loud crack. Although it hurt, it didn't hit any vital spots. "Mu," Tijor ordered. Zhang Shang's face contorted in anger. "You're serious?" But before he could finish his curse, he noticed that Kaija was still gripping a broken chair leg. Using the momentum, Tijia spun around and brought the leg down hard on Zhang Shan's head. Zhang Shang wasn't an ordinary fighter. He immediately turned his head, using his forehead to absorb the impact of the strike. Snap! The chair leg snapped cleanly, leaving a bright red mark on Zhang Shang's forehead. Interesting, Zhang Shang growled through gritted teeth. In that case, I won't hold back either.